Hello there everybody and welcome back to Magna Carta 2. In the last video we had delivered the alloy to Icton back in Kodamare, and he gave us the second task, which was to get a powerful Kamond, which he is going to need for his machine. So what I've done is I've come over to the pillar in the northeastern part of Navy Blue Marsh near the entrance to Dunan Hill, and this is the area where we're going to find the monster that we're seeking, very close to the area where we fought Drego, in fact. So off screen I did a couple of things. I did a little bit of grinding and I replenished my item supply as well. And the reason that I did that was because we are going to be subjected to a lot of fighting in the next couple of videos. I had stopped the video early last video before I took on this next task because we were actually going to have to do 3 battles pretty much back to back to back. And there will be another opportunity to buy items, but I wanted to just kind of do it now. At this point you should have a lot of money, and so if you need to replenish your supply or buy any weapons or commons, then I would definitely recommend doing that now.
I can see what you're doing.
So in this area with this monster here, which is obviously the powerful monster that Icton spoke of, the Green Golem, what I did was I just took care of the Miris first. Mostly just for the fact that they're a nuisance more than anything else, they kind of get in the way. And then you can focus all of your attacks on the Green Golem. Now, he's really nothing special, there's nothing with this guy you really have to worry about, apart from the fact that he is a heavy attacker, but no status effects or anything like that to worry about, so if you do a couple of chains, this guy should go down with no problems.
Alright, we have all the materials, so let's get them to Icton.
I'm glad that we finished up more quickly than I expected. It's all because of you, Melissa. Thank you so much.
Don't mention it. I still haven't even...
Melissa, what's wrong?
My chest. It feels like it's on fire.
Melissa!
Melissa! What's going on with you? Melissa!
It can't be. It's Claire.
But in return, there will be a huge price to pay.
Melissa.
I can't hold on any longer. You're too... I'm sorry.
Pull yourself together. That isn't Melissa anymore.
Alright, so this is Purson. This is, of course, another Sentinel. One of my favorite Sentinels in design. They did a really neat job with this monster's design, I think, in my opinion anyways. And it's a bit of a challenge, actually. This is quite a tough battle, especially if you're not prepared to deal with this monster. As far as Sentinels go, this one's a little bit unique in the fact that it only has 1 health bar, where a lot of the Sentinels that we fought in the past actually have 2. So that is one positive thing, but keeping in mind that as Purson's health depletes, it will go behind a shield, and it will heal itself if you fail to get the shield down in time. So what I would suggest is picking a party of 3 that you are fairly confident with. I've gone with Judo, Argo, and Rue in this case. just because I feel like Judo and Argo are going to be there to take most of the beatings, most of the damage and whatnot, and Rue can kind of just stand back, and they're going to be able to cause massive damage as well, and they're also two very good choices when it comes to chaining. With Rue, what I'm going to do is stand back and have her act as a healer. Now, Purson is very, very powerful, like I mentioned. It's got really, really powerful sweeping attacks with its arms, as you've seen. It's got a couple of larger AoE effects that are also very powerful. It attacks mostly using its fists. It also has the ability to daze your character and to inflict the burn status on your character, so those are things to watch out for, if at all possible. And if you are confident with Zephy or Celestine, or you don't have the items that you need, you can definitely use them to heal, and because they're going to be out here sort of out of the way, I find that the long-range characters don't really draw any sort of attention to themselves. They kind of stay out of the way, and Purson doesn't pay much attention to them, so that is an option. But with this fight, I find more than anything that time is really of the essence. It's really important to take care of this boss as quickly as you can. And as you can see here, we got Purson's HP down, and it's put up its thread, and this is essentially just the shield that it hides behind. So you need to get this thread out of the way as soon as possible so that you can get back to fighting Purson head on. And if the shield is up for too long, like I mentioned, it will heal. And it's just going to make the battle a lot more drawn out. And that's something you don't want, because this is a battle that gets a lot tougher the longer that it goes on. And that's all that I can think of for this guy. Just a couple of very basic things to keep in mind. I think what gets most people is that they're not expecting this to come out of the blue, and of course they're not. It's a really, really good plot twist, actually, in my opinion, so.
Melissa! Melissa.
Judo. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. Don't try to talk. You'll be fine.
Okay, all!
You can keep on hauling her up.
It's all very quiet, same as always.
Hey, cut it out! Huh? Really?
Hey!
Even I know that.
Don't worry about it. You'll be able to use one properly someday.
Judo.
Melissa! Melissa. Northern forces! Northern forces have come!
This is bad! The Northern forces have come back to Kotamare!
So, the Northern forces have finally come.
I doubt that it's only the Northern forces. The Southern forces are our enemy now, too.
I know that, but we have to protect Kotamare.
Let's go.
Juto.
It's all right. I'm not giving up before this is finished. I gave Melissa my word. Even if one of us should fall, we wouldn't give up and keep fighting to the bitter end. Let's go, everyone. The people who are trying to stop us are powerful. But we'll never give up. No matter what happens.
You're right.
Our only choice is to fight. The battle was waiting for us, before we even had time to mourn Melissa's death. I wanted so badly to cry and scream. Is it true that the Northern forces are attacking?
It's not just the Northern forces. The Southern forces were there as well. They call themselves the Landsheim United Forces. A female general was leading the troops.
Claire.
Actually, the female general gave us a message to pass on. Give us the princess, and we will leave peacefully.
What?
They're playing dirty.
We're not sending them Zephy!
But Celestine, we cannot win against them by ourselves.
We can't do it!
We can't hand Zephy over to Claire.
Of course not. We will protect both Princess Rizafilda and Kotamare.
Rue.
The Mare will prepare for battle immediately.
Chieftain?
We are indebted to the princess. It's time to repay her.
Chief!
We will fight with you.
We will devise the best strategy to prevent the Allied forces from setting foot inside Kotamare.
You're all so fired up! I can't join in the fighting, but I will be cheering you on from behind until my voice gives out!
Hey, you're supposed to be building that gizmo to send us to Lestrada, remember?
Oh, you're right! In that case, good luck to you all! I'll be working as hard as I can on the device!
Okay, so we get a little bit of a break here. Our next step is going to be to go to Celestine's house in Kotamare and to deliver the Kamond to Icton so that he can continue to work on the device. And while you're in Kotamare, if you didn't have the opportunity to stock up on supplies before, or commons, or anything else that you need, this is a prime opportunity to do so by speaking to any of the shopkeepers. And at Celestine's house, we're able to rest for some free recovery so we can restore all of our HP and MP and anything that we may be missing for the upcoming battle against the Allied forces. So we will talk with Icton. We'll hand over that Kamond that we worked so very hard to grab. We get a nice chunk of experience for that. And we also get a letter. I think that this is probably a pretty good time to stop because we do still have a little bit of fighting to go, but we sort of just took care of 2 battles back to back and watched all of the very unfortunate circumstances behind what Melissa went through. So I'm going to leave it here, guys, and in the next video we are going to join the Mari people in the fight against the Allied forces. Thank you so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.